Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Sam Birkinshaw, and welcome. I gained a recognition as Spider-Man and myself in my TV series. And I know what you were thinking. Is this video all over again? Well, sort of, but this is an updated version, and this is an explaining more. So bear with me. But in this one, I'm going to explain about what Sam Birkinshaw TV series is about. Well, for starters, as for myself, my main role in this show, because apparently I do play a different character, because myself in that version is supposed to be awkwardly weird, a geek, and he saves the universe and different planets and that, but which is not myself in real life, because I'm not awkwardly weird. And I'm not a geek, and well, none of that stuff's real, so that's why I haven't gone around saving the universe in real life. Plus I don't go around walking in the streets with these clothes. Well, the t-shirt and the jeans, I suppose, but not the jacket and the scarf, though. But yeah, I think myself in that one is quite a badass, and like I say, I do play different characters. Especially in most of my videos, because the reason why I often act weird in videos, because that's me playing a character which is not me in real life. Sam Birkinshaw TV series is the same franchise as Lego Dimensions, because apparently there's like characters coming out different movies, like different franchise, and coming into our world, like the Daleks and Joker and Marvel characters and Doctor Who characters, Star Wars, such and such, etc. I also go into a different franchise world as well. I meant to talk about myself in that version, not myself in real life, obviously. And here's the reason why I often do the rip-off scenes from the other bits of the movies. Well, like I said, because it is the same franchise as Lego Dimensions, and Lego Dimensions did stuff that is very similar.
What are you missing?
A sense of humor. Hand him over.
Hopefully you got the point. Which also explains why have I put this similar soundtrack. Because, like I said, same franchise as Lego Dimensions, because it did that, and I just reused their soundtrack as well, so need to check the news to see what's going on with the world. I managed to pick Save the Universe and have a blackcurrant.
Oh no!
We're too late. We're in Holy World. I need to get to my ship and bring weapons.
This is so cool. Whoa, what the hell is that over there? A sea monster.
Planets. It's not me! Something's interfered with my ship. Because it's a dimensional series, and because like I said, it's a few different franchises comes to our worlds, and not just the characters, but the music and different sound effects and those kinds of things, really, which is why it happened. And also, the reason, because originally it was called Sam Birkinshaw, well, it had a show at the end, but now I've changed it into series, but it's still on the title card where it says show instead of series. Why have I changed it? Well, because to me, show just sounds a bit childish, I think. Yeah, because when I first was planning to do that series, I have no idea why I called it show instead of series. I mean, I do like to play myself for the title, with the same title of the name of the series, because I want to be the main character and I want to be the point of that series, but yeah, I just didn't like calling it show, really, so I just don't know why I did call it that. Maybe because maybe season 1 did look like a presenting show or that kind of thing, but in my defence, there's celebrities that did the show with their names, and with a show at the end, like Jeremy Kyle's show, The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, and the Graham Norton Show. So yeah, that's my excuse. But to me, Sam Birkinshaw TV series sounds much better because it's more scripted and it's a science fiction series, not a presenting show. I mean, it does look a little bit like that, but it's not really. It's just a science fiction. And also, the time when I started planning that show, which was back in August 2013. So because at one time I was sleeping and I was just like snoozing, and I was just thinking, what if I do that show with myself, but with just the same name as myself in real life, but I could do a show out of it, like a science fiction. That's what I did when I was sleeping, and because I remember when I was about 6 or 7 to 12 or something like that. It was those kinds of few ages been. But anyway, yeah, because of my fan of Doctor Who and Marvel, I've always wanted to do a show like that, and I just want to do stuff like that. And I mean, I do enjoy being acting and working with the adults and do horrors and science fiction, but maybe working for the children too would be nice. So yeah, that's why I started doing it, and because originally, because I did film the first season back in August 2013, but the laptop broke and I lost it. So yeah, I was upset by it because originally the first episode was going to be released in 21st of September 2013 on a Saturday, like usually. But yeah, that happened. So I had to wait a long time to redo it. And turns out I got a new laptop, and many months later, which was back in June 2014, that's when I filmed the first season. But yeah, the reason why I did a show like that, because I was just thinking, imagine doing a show like any characters coming out of the movies and coming out of the cartoons and then just comes into our world. Wouldn't that be cool? And yeah, and that's what I did. Plus I even did it before I even heard of they were going to do Lego Dimensions, because I even planned it in 2013, and all of a sudden Lego Dimensions came out September 2015.
Come on, don't just sit there. You've got a bunch of monsters.
So yeah, that was a bit of a coincidence, really, a little bit. But yeah, throughout the series, I do meet a lot of movie characters, like because the first one was the Dalek, which was the second episode of season 1, but it was a mini. It was like a tiny version. It looks like it was actually a Doctor Who figure, but here it is.
Yes, I know there is.
And then in season 6, episode 3, I think. Yeah, that's when there's for example, there was like a different, like a massive version of it, like you see in Doctor Who. Daleks. Then of course I meet the Cybermen, Galactus, the Red Hulk, seeing the werewolf, which was from the Skyrim. I also met the Beetlejuice, Batman, Wildstyle, Gandalf. Well, like I say, myself in that version, not myself in real life. That would be cool though if that was real life. But at the same time, it's definitely not cool to invade our world and universe and destroying them. Definitely not, no. Also, which definitely leads to how come in well, especially season 5, which like I say, I did. I was very disappointed with what I did with series 5. I mean, series 4 for me was the best series I've ever done, because I had good memories when I did it. But series 5 was just my least favourite, especially because the animation stuff and the story didn't go well. But anyway, yes, it makes you wonder how come like every time myself comes out of that ship, apart from going inside the bungalow, but different few elsewhere really, and all of a sudden I just turn into those random stupid kind of animation. Well, try have a look at Lego Dimensions, what happened to Shaggy and Scooby. They got turned into, from cartoon into a Lego version.
Whoa, this feels strange.
And yeah, because it was a Gateway Portal that does this, and yeah, I'm actually relieved that myself, Dan or Freud or anybody has not even noticed it, but that's definitely going to get explained in the show, so stay tuned for that, so don't worry about that either. The reason why I often see myself in that show is more of a badass than myself in real life, well, because I do stuff what Doctor Who did. I also did what happened in Star Wars. And in Zelda. And just so on and so on really, it's not just a Doctor Who, because there's more different franchise as well. I love how the Doctor regenerates and then becomes new and different, and which is why I sort of did similar to myself in that version, which I call it generating life, which means like if I got shot, like myself in that version, if I got shot dead, or like if I died, then I lose one life and I get another one, which I called it generating life. Now then, oh, what's this? No. Well, how about this? The origin of that was myself, and there was a race called the Trenzilords, not to be confused with Trenzilor from Doctor Who. No, there's a planet in my series called Trenzilor. You see the difference? But anyway, yeah, because myself in that version was 15, and he gets kidnapped by Trenzilord and got given Trenzilord's DNA, and then after that he has to stay in the Trenzilor, not allowed to go anywhere. But myself found the ship and decided to steal it, and then landed back in the caravan park where myself originally lived, where I also lived in real life as well. Well, for a couple of years, but I never liked living in a caravan really, but yeah, that's sort of how it all started. But then of course a couple of years and a few months later I got punished and forced to lose another life, well, in that version obviously. And also coming up idea on how I designed my ship. Well, because I remember back when I was 10, 11, 12, something like that, when I played Doctor Who with my brother, and I used to set my bedroom up as a TARDIS, and I did that, and I'm just like, could you imagine if the TARDIS did look like that? I mean, if it's a bedroom and there's like a tiny machine on the desk, and yeah, that's how I sort of like came up with that idea. But then outside, because originally when I filmed the first season, the original version, not the one that you guys would know and have seen, but yeah, because I looked outside of my bedroom and there was just like there's like a blue wall and it's with a white door, and I'm just so I designed it, made it look like not like a police box obviously, but make it look like a blue hook kind of thing. But yeah, I've never came up with an idea naming that ship, as I haven't got a clue what to call it, so yeah, it's just called Sam's ship. But it's not too bad, I suppose. Then of course, because at that time when I had to get ready, when I was ready to move out from the caravan, I came up with the idea on like, if my ship was destroyed and it rebuilds itself and the inside changes, sometimes the outside can as well, and yeah, and it happens. And welcome to my ship. And the show goes on. And also, I guess you'd be wondering, what's this about with the Ghostface thing that's happening throughout the series? Well, there's actually, like I said about myself, because it seems like there's two different versions of myself, really. I think that's a good way of putting it, because there's myself in real life and there's myself in that show. It's like this with Ghostface as well, because Ghostface in my show version, obviously same character, but in this one he's a Trenzalord, just like all the Trenzalords, just like myself. Well, we've got the DNA, but I'm not really a Trenzalord, but I'm just a human with their DNA in that version. Yeah, and he's just like my arch enemy, like my best enemy, like the evil side of myself in that version. Just like with Spider-Man and Venom and Doctor Who and the Master, and if you get what I mean. And it's also the same with Pizza the Hut, because Pizza the Hut in my show version is the former president of Trenzalore, and Pizza the Hut in a different version, which was Spaceballs. And yeah, because I laughed at the Pizza the Hut, and I was just like, for some reason brought him in my show. But yeah, maybe one day Ghostface might meet himself from the Scream movie version. Plus there could be other different movie characters in that version, in a different version from Trenzalore as well. So yeah, I think I've pretty much explained everything about what Sam Birkinshaw TV series is about. Well, I hope everything is cleared up, and at least you'll understand it more. But thanks for watching, guys. I very appreciate it. Feel free to like this video and add comments if you like, and subscribe. And I'd like to say, I hope you enjoyed it. It's been amazing working on that show and in every different videos as well. So I hope you guys have a good day, and yeah, and I shall see you guys in the next video. So peace.